What's up, YouTube? This is the Casually Hardcore Gamer coming at you with another episode of Let's Explain Skyrim. Now, the general consensus from the last video was that I should probably talk a little bit more, so I'm going to do just that. So for this video, I'll be doing some live commentary instead of post-commentary. Now, on today's agenda, we're going to go ahead and go to Bleak Falls Barrow, take care of the Golden Claw quest as well as the main story quest, and then go to Whiterun and see if we can pick up some more quests. Alright, let's go. Now right here should be a wolf. Now if you saw him stagger back a bit, that was because I did what's called a timed block. That's part of Skyrim. Basically, if you block as soon as they're about to hit you, you essentially parry them. You cause them to become staggered and open to attacks. This is a very useful tool for a melee character to not really abuse, but take advantage of. Unfortunately, at this level, blocking is a little ineffective, since I don't have very much stamina. Each block I do takes a good chunk of my stamina away, and stamina is a very important stat with Skyree. When you have low stamina, you are more vulnerable to attacks, you move slower, and you deal less damage. So it's pretty essential to have high stamina at all times. Now up here there will be 3 bandit guards. There's one right there, a melee guy, and then one right in there, ranged, and then one up top. That's usually a heavily armed bandit. Alright, quickly took care of him. He has a crossbow, so I have to be careful. Crossbows inherently ignore 50% of your armor. So even though I'm heavily armored, I can easily die to a crossbow. Now I really need a heal because he did hit me with a bolt. And you saw how much damage it took. It looks like I didn't aggro the other bandit, so we can take care of him at our own pace. And there he is. Here's some flames for you. No problem. I'll just take his cloak. Might use it later. Now here's a chest. Some pretty good loot. Now right there is an iron ore vein. Unfortunately I do not have a pickaxe to mine it with. But if you've ever played any kind of Skyrim before, you'll probably notice that they're a bit brighter and easy to see than normal. That's because of a mod I have installed called Glowing Ore Veins. It makes them quite a bit easier to see because I felt that they were too easy to miss out in the open. And once I installed this mod, I just noticed how many ore veins I actually did miss. So it's a great mod to have. Now we're almost to Bleak Falls Barrow, and outside of that will be 3 bandit guards, 2 ranged and 1 melee. Usually one of the ranged will have a crossbow, but not always. Nope, they already see me. So I'm going to go ahead and lure down the melee guy first, take care of him. Keep myself out of ranged. There's another block, and that's easily taken care of. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's good selling material right there. All right. Now before we make our way into Bleak Falls Barrow, there is a hidden little lockbox out here that most people probably miss, so I'm going to go ahead and get that. Usually it is hidden behind a adept lock, so that's just something to keep in mind. And here it is, along with the satchel. I don't need anything in the satchel. Oh, I guess I'll take the potion. There we go. And since we leveled up, we'll go ahead and spend that point. And I really need some health, so I'll go ahead and put that into that. You may also know I'm getting an abnormal amount of points with Skyrim and something called the Skyrim Community Uncapper. I'm able to adjust pretty much anything I want to with leveling up. So basically, early levels I'll gain about 15, 12, stuff like that, points in my health, stamina, or magicka, and then as I level up into higher levels, it'll start tapering off to where I get less than 10. So it balances itself out. Also, in addition, every time I hit any multiple of 5 in levels, I get 2 perks instead of 1. So it's really nice to have. Alright, so at beginning here, I think I'll just keep investing into light weaponry since I don't have a lot of magic yet. Later on, I'll start investing into things like restoration and alteration. So for now, I think I'll go ahead and get this perk right here so I can have a chance to crit. With this character, I plan on using the Dawnbreaker whenever I'm able to get it, so I'll be investing in the longswords. Which Skyrim perks allow you to invest in a number of light weapons, such as Tontos, Katanas, longswords, maces, stuff like that. It's a really great overall system that I highly recommend. Now, right off the bat, there are 2 bandit guards right here, 1 ranged and 1 melee. So I'm going to go ahead and aggro one with fire, and just line of sight the archer. Get a time block off on him. He's completely left open to attacks and easily dealt with. Timed attacks are very key when you're playing a melee character. Not sure if down or up. Okay. Let's see what this guy has. A lockpick, I'll take it. This guy usually doesn't have anything on him. No. As you can see, whenever I sprint, my stamina goes way down really fast, and that's because of the heavy armor I'm wearing. Not only does it slow you down, as you can see here, 16% for wearing full heavy armor, but it also decreases your stamina regeneration and increases your stamina consumption. So there's a cost to being heavily armored. Here's a mana potion, take that. Down here will be a bandit thug, and that's a higher level bandit. So I can either choose to take him on or just let him die to this trap up here, and I think I'll just let him die to the trap. Now, if you haven't played Skyrim before, you're probably wondering, why did he die to that? That's because of these things right here. If they're not matched up to what they need to be, you'll get hit by a trap of some sort, usually poison arrows. Oh, this one's really easy. I've got it pretty much memorized. And that will match up to that. There's snakes, snake, and then whale. Down here will be 3 skeevers, and they're easily able to hear me. And here's a skill book. Now, even though skeevers don't do a whole lot of damage, they are still dangerous because they have a high chance to transmute diseases. And diseases are a pain. Awesome. No diseases. In here will be a weakened giant frostbite spider that is considerably weaker than a normal one, but at this level it's pretty much necessary. But even though he's still dangerous, he's easily taken care of by just line of sighting it here. He can't get in here and he'll usually stay within range to get hit. Was poison there, but it's no big deal. I'll just heal it right back up. This guy here usually will just run off as soon as you save him, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just kill him now to save the trouble. He usually dies in one hit, like that. Here's his journal, just talking about the golden claw. And here is the golden claw. Now down below there will be a door with symbols on it, and this key that opens it is also telling you what the combination is. So most people probably already know that, but if you're new, there you go. Now up ahead there will be 3 Draugr laying down, waiting in ambush. But unfortunately for them, I know where they're at. Use a little bit of fire here. Now with fire, the way it works, you get much more damage out of pulsing it rather than just holding it down. That's why I was doing that. And Draugr are also a great way to practice time blocking since their attacks are very animated and slow, easily predicted. Time blocking also levels up your blocking quite fast. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna let him go through this trap right here. Here's a restless Draugr. Already getting crits. Here's another one here. And the other 2 here. Draugr usually don't have much to drop, but I check them anyway, because sometimes they have gems or other small sellable things on them. Up here's a chest that's kind of hidden. Here it is. Oh, come on. There we go. These you can just run right through, and then you can disable them with the chain here. Now Now over here there will be 3 Draugr that pop up out of those little coves right there, and you can use these little container things to drop fire onto this oil right here and just pretty much kill them all. It's a very easy and efficient way to kill them all. I'll go ahead and just kill this one and then let these guys come to me. He almost got me. Not quite. For some reason, whenever I try to hit this one right here, it always misses. I don't really know why. Now in this room, a restless Draugr will pop out of his little tomb there. Oh, that's actually a different kind of Draugr. It's a bit different because I have a mod called Immersive Creatures installed, and this adds a ton of new creatures to the game world and makes the game just far more immersive than normal, and it gives the game a lot of more diversity than it had prior. So as we play, you'll see all kinds of new creatures that you've probably never seen before unless you have this mod. Now right here will be my first pickaxe. There's actually 2 of them. Now most people mine it by just clicking it, like this. But you can actually just equip the pickaxe and mine it faster that way. And there's another one here. If you have any kind of dual wielding perks to make you attack faster while dual wielding, you can mine very, very rapidly. And I'll go ahead and level up too. I think I still need a little bit of health, and then I'll start investing some into stamina. I'll just go ahead and throw it into armsman. I am over encumbered, so I'll have to drop some stuff. Looks like I don't really have too much to drop. Might have to drop that silver bastard sword. So it looks like I have nothing else that's of any weight to drop that I'm not using. Yep. Oh well. When I get to Whiterun, I'll be sure to construct a backpack that'll increase my carry weight by 50 points. Here is another Restless Draugr. Fortunately for him, he can't hit me. He's actually running away a bit. And this will be the last Draugr before we get to the lower level of the Bleak Falls Barrow. This one actually uses frost magic. Frost magic is actually very, very crippling to any kind of heavy melee character. Frost magic not only depletes your stamina, which I already told you what all that does, but it also slows you down, in addition to the slow of having reduced stamina. It is very crippling. So pretty much, if I ever see a frost using target, they're my target. They're my main target. I want to get rid of them first. Oh, come on. Up there are 2 more Draugr, one of them ranged and the other one usually has melee and frost magic. So let's go ahead and take care of them. You can lead them down here into this trap, but I usually just hit them where they're at. Oh, in this case both of them are ranged. I'm surprised I haven't gotten a torch yet, so I apologize for any excessively dark areas. Eventually I'll have some sort of light source. Now here's the door I was referring to earlier. This one's easy, you just gotta rotate each one of these twice. And if we check with our golden claw, we'll see that it matches up. Bear, little butterfly bug thing, and an owl. Now if you were to get that wrong, there are some hidden little openings that will shoot poison darts at you. And here's the inner sanctum of Bleak Falls Barrow. I'm going to go ahead and hotkey my pickaxe to make this quicker. Now there is a sort of mini-boss Draugr in here. He has 2 shouts, one disarm shout and one force shout that can stagger you. And he always has a cold enchanted weapon, frost enchanted weapon rather. As you can see, you can already see the frost enchant. So there, he tried to Fusro me and missed. And right now, he's just taking it. Here's the Dragonstone for the main quest. And I really want to take this sword to disenchant it, but I'll be over encumbered. And there's other stuff I can loot, so I'll just leave it here. I'm sure I'll find plenty more later. Go ahead and heal up. Now most people know this chest right here. Some people know there's a second chest in here. And even fewer people know there's actually 3 chests in this room. And I'll show you where they're at. Oh, I really want that too. I'm gonna have to find some stuff to drop. You know what, I'll just go ahead and drop my normal sword. And for now, I'll just use this. So that's the first chest. The second chest is actually hidden behind this waterfall over here. Right here. There's usually some potions and stuff here. Again, I don't have any kind of light source. Could try to... yeah. Unfortunately, that didn't have really anything in it. Now, the third chest is behind the dragon wall. It's right there. This one's always locked. Those pesky novice locks. Much better loot. Alright, that's pretty much it for Bleak Falls Barrow, so let's get out of here, go back to Whiterun, turn in the Claw Quest, and... or sorry, let's go to Riverwood, turn in the Claw Quest, and then go to Whiterun. Now, on the way back to Riverwood, there's actually going to be some interesting stuff in our way. Part of my Immersive Creatures mod adds some sort of Spriggan giant kind of thing near this house on the way there, so we might run past it. Really, at this level, I cannot fight it, so pretty much I just have to run from it. There's an ore vein over there, but I'm pretty low on carry weight, so I'm just gonna pretty much go right to Riverwood. And there's a bunch of wolves. Wolf pups, they're part of the Immersive Creatures mod. You normally won't ever get wolf pups. And then some normal wolves. Oh, there was the Spriggan giant. Creeped up behind me. Sent me into space. Alright, so pretty much I'm just going to run straight there. I'm just going to ignore all mobs. I'm too low of a level to fight pretty much anything out here. It was unfortunate that I ran into that pack of wolves. I usually don't run into one of those on the way back. Just gonna try to avoid them this time by becoming a mountain goat and just scaling this up, and I just completely missed. Alright, cool. So I'll just hug this mountain. There's the wolves right there. Actually, it might be better if I just cross the river now, because I'm going to have to eventually. Actually, do I have the weight for it? No, I don't. Now, you might notice that the water is completely see-through, and that's because of the EMB mod I use. EMBs typically mess up things like Night Eye and underwater, so there's really not much you can do about it. This guy's just a wandering speechcraft trainer and bard, and you'll just randomly see him throughout the game. So make sure I'm going the right way. Yes, alright. There's a bear. Definitely do not want to mess with a bear right now. There he is, way up there. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, come on. More bears? Bears everywhere. They're just bear cubs, but they actually do quite a lot of damage. There's so many bears. Fire. See, fire barely does anything to them. That's one down. Really like to take their fur because they give a lot of leather, but I just simply do not have the carry weight. This one's still feared. Oh, come on. There we go. Ah, I really want this. So much potential leather I have to leave behind because I have practically zero carry weight. My armor alone pretty much takes up almost all of my carry weight, unfortunately. Still seems to be some sort of enemy aggroed on me way over there. Eventually they'll just despawn. Now, Wayfarer, you might be wondering what the hell that is. Skyrim actually turns one of the skill trees into the Wayfarer tree. Right here. As you can see, it used to be lockpicking. They just combined that with fingersmith, so basically all your lockpicking and pickpocketing stuff is all in this tree. Because it just makes sense. Now, the Wayfarer tree is basically the Traveler's tree. You can move faster in the wild and gain, poison immunity, learn about creatures and do more damage to them, or make them not hostile to you. And also for the Frostfall tree, or for Frostfall, there's actually some perks in here for that to make surviving a little bit easier. I usually do not invest really at all into the Wayfarer tree. I usually have other things I need to spend points on. But it is a nice little utility tree to have. So we're almost back to Riverwood. We can sell some stuff, get some gold, rest up and go to Whiterun. You locked out of your house, man? Will you buy stuff? Nope. Oh, there he goes. He found his way in. Now, if you want a shop in Riverwood that is always open, basically you just never turn in the Golden Claw quest here, and Riverwood will always be open. For me, I really don't care, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn in the quest.
Show those thieves. You found it. There it is. Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
400 gold, not bad. That's a really good start to the game.
Thank you. Some may call this
Go ahead and
junk.
unload some of my junk.
I call them treasures.
Get rid of these arrows. They're just taking up space. Even though they don't weigh anything, they're just annoying to have in your inventory for not using arrows of any kind. Actually, I can use this. Really, the only potions I'll probably be keeping on me are health, stamina, and magicka potions. Anything else I really don't plan on using on this character.
Alright then.
I'm going to just wait to level up, because I'll be to Whiterun soon, and I'll be able to buy some spells. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to buy yet. For now, I think I'll go ahead and just start my Frostfall and Realistic Needs and Diseases mods, so we can get this survivalism going. You can activate Frostfall by just looking at the sky for a period of time. So I'll just give it a second for my Frostfall to start up. And I do like to use the wear. Basically, my exposure will be based on what I'm wearing. So if I'm wearing really light stuff, I'll be pretty exposed to the elements, like iron armor, like what I'm wearing now, isn't the greatest thing. But if I'm wearing fur armor, I'll have really high exposure protection, and it'll take much longer to die in cold weather. Alright. Just a few more things I gotta configure here. Frostfall is not started. What do you mean? What? Just enabled it. Sometimes it's a little finicky. I'm not really sure why. I don't know why it's not starting. I really don't know what's going on here. Okay, there we go. And I like to have these little meters always on because I like to always know how wet I am or how warm it is outside or how cold I am. Now you can see I have three new little bars. The one on the left is how wet I am, the one on the right is how cold I am, and the one up top is the current weather. Now I need to start my realistic needs and diseases. And for now, I'll pretty much just leave everything default, except for this. Alright. Survivalism mod's now activated. Now, fires are a great way to warm up. But unfortunately, when you're out in the open, if you don't have any kind of roof over your head or something, there won't be enough to keep the heat in, so it won't really do that much. But in an inn, fires will quickly warm you up. Now, part of this mod, I'll need to sleep, so let's go ahead and just do that now.
Too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
Oh wait, I need to talk to her
You've had
to get a
more than
room.
enough. Besides, you still haven't paid for the
But you know
last
what?
one.
I might go ahead and steal some of this gold.
Find some coin for you.
Actually, it's not stealing, they're just gonna let me take it. Cool.
Until then, I've no ale for you.
Anything else you got? Oh, go hide. I'm not gonna worry about it though. Any other good loot?
What's the hurry?
Alright.
You're that sure thing. It's yours for a day. They say a dragon attacked Helgen. Sounds like hogwash to me.
Just go ahead and sleep to 8 a.m. As you can see, sleeping made me thirsty and hungry, just like it normally would. You'd wake up, you want to drink and you want to grab some breakfast. So that's exactly what this mod does. So for now, I'll go ahead and eat. Full. Now you don't want to eat too much or else you're going to actually get a debuff that makes you slow. It's called gluttony. Just grab some water here. Hopefully eventually I'll find some water skins. And that'll make water much easier. I'm no longer thirsty. Awesome. Let's go to Whiterun. Now the survival mods aren't all about just punishing the player. When you're actually full, completely warm, and not thirsty, you actually get buffs to your health, magicka, and stamina. And in addition to that, if you're well rested, you get I believe 10% XP buff. So anything you do will just level up 10% faster. Go punch this elk. Nah, not gonna worry about it. I can't catch him. Oh, 2 wolves. Need to equip my weapon. That's a weird angle, but whatever. Go ahead and take your fur. I'll need it for a backpack. One weapon already out of charge. Doesn't look like it just yet. Up here, the companions will be attempting to kill the giant. Usually they can kill it before I can get to it. So they'll come up to you and be like, "Oh, I'm glad you helped." Well, you killed it too fast, I can't really help you. So look, they're probably gonna kill it right before I can even get to it.
Good enough.
Yep. Didn't have my weapons ready. Her weapon's missing for some reason because of graphical mod I have. There's a fix for it, but I forgot to install it. It shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Sounds like a
Not for me
waste
to
of
say.
time.
You'll have to talk to Codlack Whitemane up in Vero'thaar.
Oh, I guess it's not
The
gonna
old
use
man's
that.
got a
Okay,
good
whatever.
sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Alright, let's make our way up to Whiterun. Go ahead and go to Dragon's Reach, get some spells, continue the main story, and pick up some other quests on the way. And then we'll just call it a day there. These are Khajiit trading caravans. They just randomly go to cities. But usually by the first time you get to Whiterun, they're always outside.
This one needs something? Take a look.
I don't really know if I have too much I could sell. Pretty much got rid of all my stuff already. Yep. Yep, alright.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
Now, you can pretty much always select the Persuade one, unless your Persuade is drastically low. And it's pretty much a guaranteed chance of success. And you'll also get a skill level up from it. The Intimidate, as far as I've seen, doesn't work unless you probably have extremely high speechcraft, which by the first time you get to Whiterun usually isn't the case.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must
Let's see
have
if I have the materials to craft a backpack.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't
So
you
I
stop
need...
stubborn pride
Alright, cool.
and
Looks
ask
like I
Orlin
do.
and Greymane for help?
So let's get some leather strips.
I'd sooner bend my over Stormcloak. This
Bam. That'll help a little bit with our carrying capacity
Greymane would never
problems.
steal for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
What brings you to the market?
I'm here to
What's
buy
going on?
something, Izzy.
Just chilling?
You don't need to worry about that.
Alright.
Owning a farm does.
Now this girl right here wants you to bring her a mammoth
Once I've made
tusk
enough money
to impress the
trading with
Khajiits.
caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Holdup. Yeah, these Khajiit, it's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them.
Maybe because they're thieves and they sell drugs.
Reputation mostly. A lot of Khajiit turn to smuggling and thievery to get by. A few bad apples spoil the bunch. You know how it is. Before my ma and Da passed, I told them that one day, I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madron. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done.
No, it's actually pretty easy. There's mammoth tusks pretty much everywhere.
You do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get
There's
up there
actually
by
a mammoth tusk within Dragon's Reach, and that's probably where I'm gonna get the one she wants.
Life's hard enough with that bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat.
This guy just this woman wants us to just beat up a guy who's harassing her. So that's some easy gold.
Conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh. If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though.
Let's go ahead and stop in to the inn, which is where the guy she wants us to beat up is.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire.
If it's a lady you're looking
Have any
If
rumors?
it's work you need, I assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree, all burnt up, in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People want Danica to do something about it, but I don't know what they expect. People say there is someone in Riften that can change your face.
Looks
Make
like
you
that's
look
all she's got for
completely
us.
Do you believe that? Need anything else? Just let me know.
And this is the guy we need to beat up.
I'm a bard by trade.
He's very
Perhaps
easy.
you've heard of me. Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she? I'm sorry, but that fiery widow is mine. She just doesn't know it yet.
Oh, yes, Miss Holden.
You can persuade or bribe. Usually I don't have high enough speechcraft to persuade.
What did you just say?
Yeah.
All I heard was a sound of jealousy.
And I don't want to pay him gold, so I'm just gonna beat him up.
That from you. Never should have come here. Come on,
Oh, you
let's see what you're made of.
have to be careful because if you punch anyone else, it's gonna count as assault, which is really annoying. You can actually time to block these guys in fist fights. Let's see if I can do it. Yep, there we go. These guys are really easy. Pretty much anyone you fight in a fist fight, you can just slowly back up and almost avoid all of their attacks.
You know how to throw a punch, I'll give you that. You win. On my honor, Carlotta won't have to worry about me ever again.
Now, her you can also fist fight, and if you win, she'll become your companion, if you so choose. And you also win 100 gold. Now, she's a lot more difficult just because she has heavy armor on, which means my fist attacks probably won't do anything, but we can give it a try.
Blade a blade with me, you'd be dead. The heat of the battle is the fire that forges the strongest blades. It's an old Nord proverb. That, and a true Nord never misses a chance to test her worth. And why not? I could beat anyone in this city, barehanded. 100 gold says I knock your hide to the ground. Just fists. No weapons, no magic, no crime. Let's go.
I fought her before, and it just was a stalemate. She couldn't do any damage to me, and I just couldn't finish her off.
This is a local favorite.
It looks like this is going to be the case here. I might be able to get her down because I am doing some damage to her. Look at all these people trying to run in front of our fist fight. It's like they're trying to get me assault charge. Look, she can't even do damage to me. I can really just take all of her hits and she won't do anything to me. Even her power attacks don't do anything. Alright, just get away from the guy. I'm not trying to get an assault charge here. Awesome. Give me my 100 gold.
Now that's what I call a punch. You got me. You're no liar.
Alright, cool. I'm going to see if I can get lucky and get a water skin. I'll go ahead and pick this too. Oh, come on. Leather strips, I do want those. Nope, no luck on water skins. Oh well, no big deal. Actually, I think I'm a little hungry.
This is a local favorite and one of the first
Yeah.
songs I ever learned. Ragnar
Let's go ahead
the
and
Red.
pick up some food here. Really, I can just go steal it from back here.
Hero named Ragnar the Red who came
Need
riding
anything
to
else? Just
Whiterun
let
from
me know.
old Rorik Stead.
They don't really have any good food back here. I like to normally take bread or cheese wheels because it's multiple servings.
But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
Alright.
"Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that
I'll just
you
buy
and
some
I
then.
Maze hiding out somewhere. The companions? In your basket? Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
I'll just get some bread.
I think I've got some.
Do I still have an apple? Yes. Not
Needs
thirsty
grabbing.
anymore, but I'm still a little bit hungry.
And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more. When his ugly red head rolled around
Tomato should work.
the floor.
Oh, wow. Fine. Sweet roll. There we go. Alright. Let's go. I'm actually going to stop at a shrine first.
I know your family's honor is important to you.
This guy will give you a quest to go grab his family sword.
Mercenary work? It might
In
suit
exchange, he'll teach you some stuff that'll level up your one-handed.
My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room. I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you. If you find that sword,
To starve your wife and daughter.
Now there are 2 shrines, 3 technically, in Whiterun.
maybe 2 good men.
There's Akatosh in here. Akatosh will give you a bonus to your health. And here's Kinnereth. That's the one I'm going to take. That's a bonus to your stamina. Or sorry, the other one's RK, not Akatosh.
God's bless you, hero.
Eventually I'll go in that building because see there is a little mini quest in there. Unfortunately the reward's like 15, 25 gold or something like that. And here's the other one, the Talos Shrine. And that's a bonus to your speech, your shouts.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
What's
My
the
lord,
meaning of this
please.
interruption?
This is no
Jarl
time for
Balgruck is
discussion.
not receiving
I just
visitors.
think we need more information for
Well, that explains why the guards let you in.
Who's
Come on
this,
then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue?
Now while he's
crossing
just
the
talking to
strength
his
of our walls?
guard about the dragons, I'm gonna go ahead and buy some spells and disenchant. I'll go ahead and get rid of it. I'll pick up another sword before we head out. Looks like I'll probably have 2 levels after I go ahead and level up. I didn't expect to get this much experience before.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the... So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
Alright, now, if you've played vanilla Skyrim, you'll probably notice this is a ton of more spells than normal. That's because I have a mod called Apocalypse Spell Package, and that adds hundreds of new spells to the game, and all of these spells are balanced and lore friendly. They just came out with an update recently that removed about 75% of the spells and added in a bunch of new ones, so even this is new to me, so this is kind of a new experience for everyone. But I'd like to get some restoration stuff to start leveling that up. Like, this seems pretty fun, so I'll get that. And I could get something like Armored Ascension, which is just an aura buff that will also affect nearby actors, so that's another way to help increase your restoration. Since each one of that hits, it'll start leveling up your restoration a bit. And I think I will. I think I'll go ahead and grab it. There's another mod I have to add all of these bound weapons. It's pretty much every kind of bound weapon, in addition to the ones Skryim adds. I'd also like to start getting some conjuration underway, but I think I'll just wait for that for a little bit. Fast healing might be nice. This spell right here is one of the new ones they added, and it is just amazing. Normally, if you're any kind of caster or hybrid caster, you have a bunch of spells you have to cast at the beginning of combat, like your armor spells or if you summon something. Now this will just automatically do those up to 3 spells for you. So when you enter combat, it will just auto cast them, so it won't cost you magicka, and it'll just start you off to the fight, so you're not at a disadvantage like you normally would be. So I think I'll go ahead and pick this up and oak flesh, and I think that's it for now. Yeah, that's going to be it for now. It's a bunch of new stuff to play around with.
You know, if you've got...
And go ahead and hotkey pretty much all these.
Yeah,
Except for this one, this will just be something active at all times. I don't really have any other spells that I can use for this right now, so I'll just set it to oak flesh. Oops. Just gotta wait for my magicka to come back. Come on. So now whenever I enter combat, it'll automatically cast oak flesh for me. That'll save me some time. Now you can see this guy's glowing right now. That's my Armored Ascension working. Alright. I think I'll just replace flames with that now. I don't think I'll use flames anymore, unless I have to. Okay, let's go ahead and spend the points now. So let's do stamina up only 1 level. Well, 1 extra level. Alright, let's see. Restoration. Novice and Apprentice. So So yeah, we only got 1 level out of that. Okay, cool. So let's see how Bone Spirit works real quick. It's not much magic at all. It's pretty fast, but it looks like it has to be either melee range or there just needs to be an undead nearby. I'm not really sure. It's a new spell for me, so.
Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service. I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
He's just going to tell me to go get the stone, but I already have it, so. Already ahead of the game. Come on. Any fat loots? Doesn't look like it. Oh, gold. Awesome.
Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like them. Leave those details to your betters, alright? I learned of a certain stone.
This guy is pretty much just a sarcastic asshole, but whatever.
Contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow. Find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Oh, you mean this one?
Ah, the Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual brutes the Jarl foists on me. You'll have to see the Jarl about
Give me my reward.
maybe Steward Avenici. I'm sure one of them will pay you appropriately.
Farengar. Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If the dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the west.
You can actually click on these to get the locations on the map.
Tell him what you told
It's a little
me
tedious
about
though.
the dragon.
No, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would have come after me for sure.
Good work, son.
So now a bunch of forts should be added to my map, as you can see. And if you've never played Skyrim before, pretty much anything you see on this map you can get to. This is pretty much a real-time map of Skyrim. And even if you kill a dragon on it and you're absorbing its soul, you'll be able to see a little red spot on the map where you're absorbing its soul. So that's just something cool.
We'll take it from here.
Nice little detail they added to the game.
Barracks for some food and rest. We'll burn it. Irileth, you better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster in the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armor. Help Irolet kill this dragon before
Oh, thank you for that. It's actually a little bit useful. In addition to the steel armor he gave us. So the officer helmet has a good little chunk more armor, but this does give us more magicka, so I think I'm going to use that.
No.
Looks silly though.
To risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
Especially as a high elf, you normally see high elves in light armor or cloth.
This isn't a death or glory mission.
Alright, now I'm about over an hour now, so I think we're just going to call it here. Next episode, we'll go ahead and take care of that dragon and take care of pretty much all of these quests we picked up. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.